Health tips for seniors. If you're over 60, every bite of food, every daily habit, even foods that seem healthy can have a direct impact on your heart. But what if I told you that even some of the vegetables you eat every day could pose a risk? That's right, I'm talking about vegetables, something we all consider healthy, possibly hiding dangers for your heart. As a cardiologist, I've seen many elderly patients come into my clinic with heart issues, despite believing they were living healthily, eating greens, cutting down on sugar, avoiding fried foods. What they didn't realize is that some vegetables, if prepared the wrong way or taken alongside certain medications, can silently push the heart into danger. Some types can raise blood pressure, others interfere with medications, and some even carry bacteria that older bodies can no longer fight off easily. In this video, I'll break down 5 types of vegetables that seniors should stop eating or at least cook differently. I'll explain each one, why it could be harmful, and suggest safer, heart-friendly alternatives. The good news is these risks are completely preventable as long as you know what to watch out for and what to avoid. So, stay until the end of the video, because the first vegetable on this list might already be sitting in your fridge. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any health tips made just for you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I can improve the content better for you. Red chili, the silent risk that weakens your heart. For many seniors, food is not just nutrition, but a bundle of memories, culture, and comfort. And nothing evokes that feeling more vividly than the spicy taste. A bit of red chili, a pot of fiery stew, or just a touch of heat in the meal. It is the traditional flavor, the habit, the passion. But few realize that this small, bright red vegetable may be quietly igniting a time bomb inside your chest. Red chili, especially the varieties with high spiciness, can trigger a series of reactions in the body, from stimulating the nervous system, increasing adrenaline secretion, to speeding up the heartbeat. For young and healthy people, this is only a temporary sensation. But for those over 60, when the heart becomes more sensitive and blood vessels less flexible, this stimulation can lead to serious risks. I have treated many elderly patients experiencing rapid heartbeat, chest tightness, sudden high blood pressure, and all these happened after a spicy meal. They never suspected that the culprit was the seemingly harmless chili. The problem is not only the spicy taste, but the stress response it causes: blood vessels constricting, blood pressure surging. If you already have heart disease or hypertension, a spicy meal can trigger irregular heartbeats or even a heart attack. In the long term, frequent spicy eating habits can cause chronic inflammation in the circulatory system, silently eroding the pathway your heart needs to sustain life. I'm not advising you to give up your favorite flavors completely, but instead of burning your meal with chili, you can enhance it with milder spices like herbs, ginger, garlic, or citrus fruits, both tasty and heart-friendly. Listen to your body. Familiar dishes may bring comfort, but don't let that comfort become a burden on your heart. And if a spicy vegetable can cause such harm, what else something you still believe to be a miracle cure could become dangerous when eaten raw? The next part will surely surprise you. Raw garlic, the natural miracle cure that can turn against your heart. Garlic has long been hailed as a precious natural medicine. For centuries, it has been praised for its ability to reduce cholesterol, support blood circulation, and boost heart health. Many elderly people firmly believe in these benefits, even eating raw garlic daily or swallowing whole cloves like health supplements. However, even though garlic truly possesses healing power, if used incorrectly, it can also become a hidden danger to your heart. What few realize is that raw garlic is a very strong blood thinner. When taken together with heart medications, especially blood thinners like warfarin or aspirin, garlic can amplify their effects, causing the blood to become too thin. As a result, the risk of internal bleeding, severe bruising, or even life-threatening hemorrhages can occur. I have treated patients suffering from non-stop nosebleeds, black stools, and sudden drops in blood pressure, all while they believed they were eating garlic to improve their health every day. Beyond the bleeding risk, consuming large amounts of raw garlic can also cause sudden low blood pressure. For those on hypertension medication, this can lead to dizziness, fatigue, or even fainting. When blood pressure falls too low, the heart does not receive enough blood, and that is when real danger begins for your heart. Sadly, many still believe they are living healthily, avoiding harmful foods. being disciplined simply trusting in a traditional remedy passed down through generations. But the truth is that even natural foods have limits. After age 60, the body reacts to medicines and foods in completely different ways. Wise health choices should not be based solely on habits but on knowledge and professional advice. If you love garlic, consume it cooked and in moderate amounts. And don't forget to consult your doctor if you intend to make it a daily medicine. And if raw garlic, a food seemingly only beneficial, can silently cause harm, what then about something even more common? A fresh, crunchy vegetable often eaten raw, but that may hide an invisible enemy, invisible to the naked eye. Pickled cucumbers, the thing tightening around your heart. Crisp, mildly sour, and often the perfect side for bread. Pickled cucumbers, pickles, seem to bring only a refreshing and tasty feeling. But for those over 60, especially those with a history of high blood pressure or cardiovascular disease, this seemingly innocent snack can be a silent danger. Most of us don't even think when we take a few slices of pickles onto our plate. But the truth is, those small green slices are soaked in a very concentrated saltwater solution, containing a very high sodium content that can exceed 10 mg in just a small serving. That means with just a handful of pickles you consume up to 2/3 of the maximum recommended daily salt intake for elderly people. Sodium is not only a salty flavor enhancer but also a factor that retains water in the blood, increases blood volume, and puts pressure on vessel walls. Over time, this pressure promotes hypertension, hardens blood vessels, and leads to the risk of heart failure. I have met many patients surprised that their blood pressure remains high despite avoiding fried foods, exercising regularly, and even abstaining from alcohol. They had no idea that the small plate of pickles frequently appearing at meals was the silent culprit eroding their health. What's even more worrying is that the harmful effects of salt do not show clearly. You won't realize anything until facing a stroke, angina, or bad news from the doctor about heart failure. After age 60, the kidneys work more slowly. Sodium removal decreases while arteries become more sensitive and vulnerable than ever. Not only pickles but also canned vegetables, instant soups thought to be healthy, can contain hidden salt levels that can ruin all your efforts to stay healthy. The solution isn't far-fetched. Cook for yourself, read product labels carefully, and replace salt with herbs, pepper, or lemon juice, small things that can make a big difference for your heart. However, salt is not the only enemy lurking in your kitchen. There is still a vegetable that seems harmless, but can trigger inflammation and silently raise blood pressure with every bite. Let's find out about that vegetable in the next section. Spinach, the superfood that can silently neutralize your heart medication. Spinach has long been praised as a superfood rich in nutrients, good for health, and a symbol of a healthy diet. But what if I told you that for people over 60, especially those taking heart medications, spinach could be a silent threat to their health? As a heart surgeon, I have met many patients who believed they were eating very healthily only to discover that this clean diet was actually reducing the effectiveness of crucial treatments, even life-saving ones. Spinach contains a large amount of vitamin K, a nutrient essential for blood clotting. But here lies the problem. For those on blood thinners like warfarin, commonly prescribed after stroke, heart attack, or arrhythmia, consuming too much vitamin K can thicken the blood and reduce the medication's effectiveness. The troubling fact is that most elderly people are completely unaware this is happening inside their bodies. You may feel fine and believe your medication is working, but in reality, the shield protecting you from dangerous blood clots might be gradually losing its power without you knowing. I have treated many patients who suffered strokes or serious blood clots, all because they started drinking spinach smoothies or eating green salads daily without understanding the potential consequences. Spinach is not the enemy, the danger lies in instability. If you want to eat it, do so in moderation and consistently, and always inform your doctor when you change your diet. What you put into your body every day can either be an ally to your medication or a silent saboteur. The truth is, not every vegetable is good for the hearts of the elderly. Some seemingly healthy greens can cause more harm than a plate of French fries if you're not careful. If spinach can quietly weaken the effects of prescribed drugs, what other vegetables might be hiding risks in your bloodstream? Let's talk about the next one. A very familiar food that might be sitting in your fridge right now, but contains more salt than a whole bag of snacks. If you find this information useful, please comment 1 below to let me know you're still following along. Now, let's move on to the next vegetable. 5 types of raw sprouts. The crispy taste that seems harmless, but can harm the hearts of the elderly. They are fresh, green, tender, and look full of vitality. Raw sprouts like alfalfa sprouts, bean sprouts, or mung bean sprouts have long been praised as superfoods thanks to their crisp texture, rich enzymes, and pure natural energy. For many health-conscious older adults, sprinkling some sprouts on a salad or a slice of bread seems like an infallible choice. But behind this delicate appearance lies a silent threat that can seriously affect cardiovascular health and overall well-being. Sprouts are grown in moist and warm environments, ideal conditions for bacteria such as E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria to multiply. For young people, a bout of food poisoning may cause only mild discomfort, but for the elderly, it can become a health storm with severe consequences. Over time, the immune system weakens, and the body responds more slowly to bacteria. A fleeting stomachache can develop into sepsis, severe dehydration, or infective endocarditis, a dangerous infection that directly affects the heart. Throughout many years working with elderly cardiac patients, I have witnessed numerous cases of hospitalizations, arrhythmias, or worsened heart failure, all caused by eating contaminated sprouts, something everyone thought was a healthy food. The heart cannot heal itself when the body is under attack by a bacterial assault. What's heartbreaking is that you've tried to eat clean, eat green, and eat well, yet you are harmed by the very food you trust most. That's why raw sprouts should not be underestimated. If you really want to eat them, make sure to cook them lightly. Stir-frying or steaming is enough to kill bacteria while still preserving the flavor and most of the nutritional value. On the journey to protect your heart, it's not only important what you eat, but more importantly, how you eat it, and whether your body is strong enough to handle it, because your body now is not what it was 20 years ago. And if just a small handful of sprouts already carries such risks, what will happen if other seemingly harmless vegetables are combined with the heart medications you take every day? Perhaps the next hidden danger is quietly sitting right on your dinner plate tonight. So, what should elderly people eat to truly protect their hearts? When you realize that some vegetables thought to be healthy can quietly harm the heart, you might wonder, so what should I eat? Which foods really help keep the heart strong, restore it, and ensure it functions well after age 60? The answer does not lie in trendy diets or miracle ingredients that are overhyped, but in natural, pure foods that truly meet the special needs of the aging heart. Foods that help reduce inflammation, lower blood pressure, protect blood vessels, and support heart medications rather than work against them. A trustworthy list includes steamed broccoli, perfectly roasted carrots, lightly sautéed kale, sweet potatoes, cooked tomatoes, along with heart-healthy beans like lentils and green beans. They are rich in antioxidants, potassium, fiber, and beneficial plant compounds, contributing to protecting vessel walls, easing pressure on the heart, and improving circulation. Unlike raw sprouts or salty pickled vegetables, these vegetables are gentle on the digestive system, help stabilize blood pressure and blood sugar, things the heart after age 60 needs most. The heart of an elderly person doesn't need extreme, harsh diets, but rather endurance, balance, and nourishment from foods that truly love the body. I have witnessed many patients significantly improve their cardiovascular health, not only thanks to medication, but through simple, nutrient-rich, and lovingly prepared meals. A bowl of steamed vegetables, a serving of soft roasted root vegetables, a bowl of fragrant bean soup. Small choices that, when maintained consistently every day, can reverse many years of silent damage. If you worry that healthy food means bland, tasteless meals, adding a little rosemary, some turmeric, a bit of garlic in moderation, or lemon juice all help enhance flavor without overloading the body. Food not only nourishes the heart, it also nourishes the spirit. But even if you know what to eat, there's still one important thing you must not overlook, because even the best food can hardly save the heart if it is quietly being destroyed by a small but deadly habit. We will explore that in the next section. A heart that still has time. Your heart has been beating non-stop since the moment you cried out to be born, more than 2 billion beats by the time you reach 60 years old. It has never demanded anything from you, but now it is speaking up and hoping you begin to listen. Aging does not mean giving up. It is the time when you become deeper and wiser. And that wisdom tells you, what used to be good for your body before may no longer be suitable now. Even vegetables that once brought benefits, if used incorrectly, at the wrong time, or combined improperly with medication, can silently harm your heart. But the good news is, you still have time. Damage does not mean destiny. Every small change you start today, from your meals, exercise, sleep, or simply learning to avoid what's harmful, has the power to turn things around. I have witnessed that. Older people who once felt sluggish, breathless, and lost faith have gradually regained vitality, steadier heartbeats, clearer minds, and firmer steps. Not because they did anything extraordinary, but because they learned to listen to their bodies, choose what's necessary, and consistently do a little bit every day. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be persistent. Your heart still has strength, still has time, still has love to give to yourself, to your loved ones, and to the life you've worked hard to build. So, start today. Look back at what you are eating. Reflect on the habits you repeat every day, and awaken the energy that once helped you overcome many challenges. Every next beat is a gift, and it is a gift that belongs to you, to cherish and protect. What you've just heard is not only to inspire you, but also a reminder: live fully and truly. Now it's your turn. Take a few minutes to reflect and share one thing you've realized and what you want to change in your life. Let's walk together on this journey toward truth, health, and awareness. If you find this content useful, please leave comment number 1. If not, feel free to share number 0. Every feedback from you is incredibly valuable to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more practical content like this. Thank you for watching, and wishing you a meaningful life in your own way.